Welcome to your daily focus for July the 21st, 2020. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Thank you so much for all your comments, your support, your love, your light. Thank you. Truly, I send it right back to you. Thank you for being a part of my path and allowing me to be a part of yours. So we have the 21st today. The 21st is, it's about endings and it's about completions. It's about preparing yourself for a new way of being or becoming, a new environment perhaps, a new routine, new people in your life, new things to learn, to experience, new adventures and paths. So the 21 energy is a beautiful energy where we can have that completion. We can have that ending. We can move away from. We can close chapters, entire books, and start a new adventure, a new page, a clean slate. If you add up the numerology of the day, I'm being told I have to go back to the 2 + 1 is 3, which is the Empress, about planting the seeds. And it's making those decisions about what kind of seeds are you planting? What is your garden going to look like? Or your trees, or your... How does your garden grow? What things do you want to bloom, to blossom, to mature, to ripen going forward? So the 3 energy is very much about giving birth, the fertility of. Now, if you add up the numerology for the day, it's a 14. A 14 is very much about understanding you can have more by having less. That there is a lot of clutter in your life, a lot of extras in your life that you don't necessarily need in order to go forward. In fact, a few of those things are actually pulling you down, weighing you down. Maybe it's an obligation, a responsibility. And I'm not saying to shriek those, or skirt around those obligations and responsibilities, but where you can give them to someone else, where it will matter in their life perhaps. Maybe something that you find is a chore is actually something that they can show their creativity or their inner beauty through those acts. So just because you don't want that responsibility, that obligation, because it doesn't work in your path, doesn't mean it's not for somebody's path in order for them to grow and enrich their life in some way. And it can be the most mundane of things. Absolutely. I think it was Soup for the Soul, one of the many editions out there. And it was about a woman that had eye surgery. And it allowed her to see again for the first time. And so, of course, everybody was so excited to have her home, and they didn't want her to do anything extra. And so she finally got a little bit of time by herself, and she decided she was going to do a load of dishes by hand. And as she pulled the glass out or something, these bubbles emerged, and the sun hit the bubbles, and she saw these rainbows. And she says, what a gift to have sight, to see 1,000 rainbows dancing before me. So where somebody else would think that doing dishes by hand is a real chore, she looked forward. It was her favorite part of the day to be able to wash the dishes by hand, to allow that sun to hit the bubbles, and she never tired of it. Because at once, one part of her life, she couldn't see the bubbles. She couldn't see the rainbows. So maybe it's also a little bit about being grateful for what we do have. Sun is in Cancer just for another day, so it's ready to leave Cancer. So we'll be feeling that strong, a stronger energy as the sun leaves a sign. We are going to really look at our stability. I can't talk tonight. Our stability, our security, our balance, our relationships, our home, our family, and understand where the strengths are and how we can make it stronger going forward. The moon is in Leo. So that is about, self-expression and creativity and enjoying the moment, laughing and giggling, having some fun, letting your hair down just a tad, just for a few minutes, to dance like no one's watching. It's about romance, so it could be a day where words don't need to be spoken, but actions can say a million words. So showing our love, showing our appreciation for another, showing empathy for someone. See what the cards have to say, shall we? The Four of Cups, the Gratitude card. The Gratitude card. I got the story in my head of the little boy that was always positive, and the family was very critical for the most part, and very stern and very strict, and didn't, applaud any kind of laughter or enjoyment. Life was a serious business. And their little boy found pleasure and laughter in everything. And they tried and they tried and they tried to break him, and they just couldn't. So for Christmas, they decided to fill his entire bedroom with horse manure. We'll just see how he laughs at that at Christmas on his gift. Well, Christmas comes and they said, go to your room, your present's in your room. And he opened up the door and immediately started laughing and rolling in it and playing and throwing it up in the air. And they were confounded. They were like, how can you be happy about this? Where do you find the pleasure? He goes, with all this horse manure, there's got to be a horse in here somewhere. So it's how you look at things. It's your perception of things. So look at your life and the little mundane things you have and understand the joy and the pleasure that comes to you. Because your fridge works, your freezer works, the toilet flushes, the car starts. And when you start to appreciate those little things in life, you start to understand the appreciation of the bigger moments. Like sitting and looking out at mountains or an ocean or a creek or a pond or a field of flowers. And then you start looking at the people in your life and understanding how much they have touched your life and you have touched theirs. It's about being grateful for what is around us. And when we send that message out to God, our angels, our spirit guides, they want to give us more. They want to see us have joy and happiness and laughter in our hearts. They want to see the celebration of what they've already given us. We have the Two of Wands. This is summoning in the new beginning. We stand there and very, very bleak. It's just us in this empty box. So having more by having less. We've cleared that box out so that we can take our new dreams forward with us. Our desires, our path. Oh, and the Ten of Wands. Remember, we start with the 21 energy today, right? That's the day. And here it is, the 10 of Wands. Oh, look at us. This is us. This is us walking our path. There are obligations, responsibilities, things that we must and have to do, things that we feel we have to do, tasks we take on ourselves, the worry, the fears, the anxieties, they're all in that sack. And we need to stop. We need to actually hit that pause button. This is the day for it. Just wait till you see what tomorrow is. Tomorrow's a humdinger. I can't wait to do it. I might even do it after this one because I'm so excited about it. We need to hit the pause button. We need to put down that sack. We need to lay out these wands. And we really need to make some firm decisions with ourselves on what we're going to take forward with us. Because some of those wands have growth potential. new shoots, new leaves, perhaps a flower forming. But some of them are deadwood. Some of them don't need to be a part of our path anymore. And it's time to let it go. It's time to leave it behind, to move past it, so that we can stand up straight and tall when we walk forward, so that there is a bounce in our step, that we're not overburdened. Look at right now, every step is so hard. And we're determined. There's determination here. We're not falling over. We're not laying down. But we do need to hit the pause, and we need to understand what we don't need to take forward and where the opportunities lie. We may not even see at first where the true opportunities are in our life, because the burdens are many, the anxiety is many, the fear is many, the hurt and the sorrows, and the things that we fill our life with. You know, have you ever said to yourself, I'd like to just have a couple $1,000 just to go out and buy a whole new wardrobe and get rid of this stuff? Now, if you go through a drive-through once a day and only spend $5, I think it works out to just slightly under $2,000 by the end of the year that you will have been given to that coffee shop or that sandwich shop. So there's your wardrobe. Maybe you don't need to just go every day to that drive-through. Even if you do it half the time, you've already put $1,000 back into your bank account. It's the little things. It's not the great big things. If you're looking for the great big things, you won't notice the little mundane things that you can change in your life today. That is going to mean the world of difference for years to come in your life going forward. Let's get our mantra, shall we? So I can see a little bit of frustration, even though, you know, gratitude, of course, is the number one. Look around at what you have and expect more. Summon in those dreams. But truly, it's time to hit the pause button. And it may not, we might be trying to talk to somebody in our maybe this is why I can't talk. Communication becomes harder. I think I said that when it came to relationships. Like, it's what we do. Our doing will have more of an effect than words can. Oh my gosh, I really can't talk. So yeah, that's the energy, apparently. I'm demonstrating it for you. Oh my goodness, now the cards are flying. Let's see here. Oh, look at this. Cheer up and live in the moment. I mean, we have the Leo moon. Find things to giggle about, laugh about. Enjoy those simple pleasures that you have surrounded yourself with. Love you. Put on a comedy. Get together with some friends. Just and nothing serious, you know. Take it right off the table. Nothing serious. Reminisce about past memories and cherished memories. Find a way to live in the moment, to experience the now, and know that you choose your mood, your emotion in that moment. You create that moment through your emotions, through your feelings. So giggle. There's research actually, and it says that you can actually change the way you feel and take yourself out of a depressive state just by mere giggling. Not even meaning it, but just giggle. Just sit there and just giggle. Now, you don't want to be doing this walking down the sidewalk or anything. You might find yourself in a little rubber room or something, so you know, but just giggle, just laugh, just smile. Create the moment for you, for yourself. Okay, so cheer up, live in the moment. First and foremost, don't dwell in the past. It cannot be changed. And why obsess about the future if things are beyond your control and things can happen at any time? So you have this moment. So become childlike again. As yesterday never mattered and tomorrow is another day, do something spontaneous. Stop, smell the roses, bake a cake. Sit and watch people walking by. Just live in the moment and enjoy what you are doing. Allow the universe and your angels to assist you effortlessly at this time. Listen to the angels sing. Be still. Just go with the flow. If you are feeling exhausted, disheartened, rest. Do nothing. Nurture yourself to re-energize for tomorrow. Do what you need to do to cheer up. Whatever will make you happy, whatever will put a smile on your face, whatever will restore yourself. The mantra is, I live for today and I feel cheerful. I live for today and I feel happy. You know, every so often catch yourself and say, okay, for the next moment, I own it. And I'm going to feel the emotion of, I don't know, giggles. And then just for a moment, just sit there and go, just giggle. Then let the moment pass and go about life. And then come back for a moment and say, okay, I'm going to own this moment. And pretty soon your brain is going to start to realize that you do own the moment. And you get this confidence about you. That you do have control over the next step you take. What you can master. Who you can become. Where you can join in. And where you can step away. Okay, let's get an animal here. Seek and find. Seek and find. If you don't believe in magic, it'll never happen in your life. So start to believe in magic again. Start to look for the magic in your life. And when you see it, say thank you. Just like us, they want to hear a thank you once in a while too. Acknowledge the smile that goes on your face when the magic enters your life. And it's in so many ways. You know, I was looking for my little pink flowers that the little fairies leave on my property, and I couldn't find them anymore because they only last for a couple of days, and they're underneath the grass and stuff. You really have to look to see them. I mean, that was just a childhood memory for me where I created the magic in my mind of the fireflies being little fairies dancing around in the night sky around me. And then the next morning finding these beautiful little fluorescent pink flowers that I called the fairy flowers, and I still do. I don't know what their names are, but... And then walking out the other night, and I couldn't believe the amount of fireflies. And I just went right back to when I was a little girl on the same property. You know, I had no complex here. I moved like next door from home. So I went a fair distance away. And then, more to my surprise and my bewilderment, were my little pink flowers that the fairies had left me. So, anyways, let's go to the chipmunk and see what we have to say about seek and find here. So, create the magic in your life. Action, believe, manifest, and above all, watch with glittering eyes the whole world around you, because the greatest secrets are always hidden in the most unlikely places. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. Chipmunk lets you know that although you are dreaming and wishing, you may not be taking clear action to make your dreams come true. The clearer and stronger your desire, the more action you will receive as you begin to see a whole new picture, a whole new world, a whole new path, retaining the parts you want, eliminating what you don't. Your greatest wealth is the knowledge that you are complete within yourself. Your major goal is to discover as much as you can about yourself, because the more you know about you, the better you can deal with any of life's situations. Take action in order to push through the door you so badly want to walk through. And if you don't seek, you won't find. If you don't knock, the door will remain closed. If you don't walk through the door, you'll remain stuck in one place. Spend some time wishing, manifesting. It's good, but don't forget to take some action too. If you want a new job, send out that resume. If you're looking for a relationship, start inquiring whether your friends know of anyone. If you want to begin a business, start writing out your business plan. Today is a wake-up call to your inner soul. Will you take the first step? Will you knock on the door? Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.